Good. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our call all about glow. So we have called this call our Glow Up in 2024. My name is Benny Martin, and I wanted to introduce myself, and then we are going to jump right into just one of my most favorite products in the world. I would shout this from the rooftops to anybody I know. I just love it so much. So my name is Benny Martin, and I live here on the west coast of Canada. Please throw in the chat where you're tuning in from tonight. I'd love to see. We are coast to coast, and in various countries as well. I have an 8-year-old son, Maverick, who lives up to the name. And yes, I did name him after Top Gun. So you may see him dart from time to time. One of the beauties of working from home and, from your phone. So tonight we are going to have some amazing testimonies about this Glow Liquid Collagen. I'm going to just share a little bit first about what sets this one apart. So I started using Glow Collagen. This was the very first product I'd ever tried with Trinont, and I fell in love. I fell so in love with this product. And just to let you know, I had tried other collagens. So what makes this one unique? I personally had tried about 4 or 5 other brands and noticed no noticeable difference. And the Glow Collagen, I started noticing and feeling a difference in a couple of weeks. Now, these are natural products. Everyone has a different experience, and you're going to get to see and hear from so many different people tonight. So a few things that set this apart. Sorry, I'm still letting people into the waiting room here. This is, first of all, a liquid collagen. It is a type 1 collagen, which is what our bodies are made up of. It is hydrolyzed, which means it is the smallest molecular structure so that it is absorbed. We have 7 patents on this collagen. So it has things like biotin, hyaluronic acid. It has an antioxidant formula that is all from raw whole foods rather than synthetics. It is just packed with so many good things that have it work for people. And I like to say collagen is the gift that keeps on giving. It has had so many different benefits on my body, on my aesthetics as well. And collagen is the glue that keeps us together. It is the scaffolding of our bodies. So it is really important. We start losing collagen about 1% after the age of 20. So throw your hands up just for fun if you are over 20. Keep your hand up if you're over 30. Keep your hand up if you are part of the over 40 club. And if you're part of the over 50 club. Awesome. I'm turning 42 this year, and it has really helped my body. And it also has me feeling younger, but looking younger as well. So we're going to jump straight into some testimonies at the end. We're actually going to show you some before and afters because you're going to hear from a lot of different people about how it's really benefited them, and you can actually see a difference. And that's what I love about our impact products is you can see and feel a difference. So we're going to have our first person share. Grace, are you there?
I'm here. Hi, everybody. I'm really excited to share my experience with our awesome liquid collagen and how it's transformed my postpartum hair growth. I gave birth to my 4-year-old son in 2019, and I started having significant hair loss and thinning to the point where, and I don't say this lightly, my friends and family would say that I was like a cancer patient. Every time I had a shower, my hair would fall out in clumps. It was really scary, and I really didn't know what to do about it. I tried thickening shampoos, vitamins, powdered collagen for months and had no change. And then coincidentally, I started hearing about collagen through some of our Trinont leaders. So I looked into some of the research, and I discovered that the benefits of high quality liquid collagen for hair growth. And so it seemed like a great solution. I decided to give it a try. And within 2 weeks, I noticed that I wasn't losing hair in the shower anymore. When I'd wash my hair, I didn't have strands in my hands anymore. My hair started feeling stronger, healthier, the texture improved, and I'd even have some growth in areas like underneath along the edges where it was almost gone. And my hairline had changed and started growing back in. So it was a big confidence booster. And definitely like postpartum was some time where you really want your confidence, you want to have confidence. And so it was a huge boost for that. And what makes the experience for me even more special is that having those effects, my grandmother actually started trying the liquid collagen and she started using it for her hair and nails, but then went to the dentist and found that she was having some awesome effects with her gums. So her dentist actually told her to do whatever you're doing. Her teeth were more or stronger, and she was having some really big benefits that way. So I came for the glow, and I started incorporating in my evening routine. And it's just a great way to make that big difference. So I haven't been able to take it with my pregnancy, but I've got bottles lined up for 33 weeks pregnant now with my second baby. And it is my first big thing that I'll be leaning on post baby because I don't want to go months without something in between. I want to make sure that I'm leaning on that right away. So if there's any other moms considering liquid collagen or looking for overall health benefits, I definitely encourage you to try it. It's been a game changer for me and my grandmother and some other family members, and I'm confident that it's definitely worth a try for you too. And my other favorite thing, I came for the glow, but stayed for the enrich. So my other favorite product that I can't live without is enrich. It's been a game changer for my gut health. I started taking it for just like general digestive health. I struggle with stress related vomiting and nausea. So it's been super supportive with that. I started it again in my bedtime routine, but I started getting heartburn with my second pregnancy that I've never had before. And I'm very lucky that I had this wonderful little magic capsule in my medicine basket because it's the only thing that's been helping with the heartburn and that has kept me through. I have kept well stocked on this one, and I don't ever plan to run out. So those are my two things, and I'm really hopeful that if any of you have any other questions or thoughts about postpartum hair loss, I'm here to chat.
I love it. Thank you, Grace. And I actually have your photos in our slides for after. I love the thing that you said, which is you came for it for your hair loss, and then also your grandma uses it. So I have seen benefits from people all ages, all different benefits that they're seeing. So that's so awesome. So we're actually going to continue on the hair theme. And Chris, I'm going to get you to come up next because I know you
Sure.
just an amazing testimony.
Well, I'm going to be turning 60 next month. I was waiting for you to keep saying, 40, 50, 60. So I'm almost 60. And after menopause, had lost a lot of hair. And I had a lot of psoriasis in my head. And I had this big bald spot in the top of my head. And I didn't know it was there actually. But I was checking to see if I had still my psoriasis. And I saw this bald spot and I almost died. Um, but I started taking the collagen last January, a year ago, January. And it has been amazing for not just my hair, it's been amazing for my joints. And my skin is very dry. My hands are dry. I don't think my skin on my hands has been dry since I went on it. Like within 3 days of taking it, my skin was not dry on my hands. Like I used to have hand cream all day, every day, and I don't need to use that at all anymore. So anyway, I really love the collagen. I mean, really missed it badly when they were on back order because everybody was buying them left, right, and center. But now I have 18 bottles. I'm not letting that happen again. So, but anyway, collagen has been amazing for me, and I joined for the Mojo. But I will tell you a different product that I really love is Focus. It didn't help me in my 9 hours of meetings today, but it does generally keep me very focused and I love it. It makes me really feel like I can pay attention to things longer, and 9 hours of meetings is a bit much, but anyway, that's a good product for somebody with ADD, ADHD, any of those problems with focus, because it's really been helpful for me. I even cleaned my shed out last summer, so that's it for me.
I
Thanks
love
for
it.
having me. Miss seeing you. Haven't
Thank
seen you in
you.
a while. Yeah.
I love it. So skin and hair, so many
Oh,
different
and
benefits,
knees.
joints.
Anybody who's having knee problems, my gosh, I used to have my knees lock up in my sleep, and that hasn't happened forever. So, and that's huge.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Next up, we're
Thanks.
gonna have Stephanie. Are you there? Stephanie there? Okay, we're gonna keep zooming along to Michelle. Michelle, will you share your experience with Glow?
Sure. Hi. I started taking Glow about 6 months ago. And when I started, it was because, everybody should take collagen. It's good for you. You hear about it. So I'll take it. It's supposed to be good for me. I really never expected to experience what I experienced. I expected it to help me, but not to the extent it did. I have lived for 15 years with extremely bad plaque psoriasis in my scalp, almost all over my head. I purposely wore black tonight just to show that I can wear black now. I couldn't for 15 years because no matter what product I used, and I've used many, many products to try to heal my scalp psoriasis, it was constant. The flakes on my clothes, in my hair. It was really, I think back to what Grace said about your self-confidence. It really it played a number on my self-confidence. So I started taking the collagen, the Glow collagen, and within 3 weeks, I noticed my head wasn't nearly as itchy. And I really honestly didn't think that much of it. I thought it was helping to moisturize my scalp. But what was really so surprising was within another bottle of collagen, so 5 weeks in, my scalp was literally healed. There was no sign, no redness, no dryness, no thick plaque. I mean, it was so thick, not to get everybody gross out, but it was just, oh, I can't even explain it. I almost feel emotional talking about it because it affected me every single day in every single way, from the pain because it would crack and bleed and sting, and the embarrassment of it, just everything. And I have not had any sign of it. Now, you can't cure psoriasis, but it is healed. It is totally gone, no sign of it. Every single time I go to the hairdresser, she just can't believe it because she used to check my hair and see how bad it was before she would dye my hair. Yes, it's not my natural color. Because I too am almost the 60 group. So she would be even nervous to dye my hair because my psoriasis was so bad. And I have no sign of it. I just can't say enough good things about it. And my other product I reached over and grabbed, my other absolute favorite product is one of our newer ones, which is Transform. It has transformed my life. It has made my mood so steady. It has helped my blood sugar, which I didn't even know I had a problem with. And that's all I'll say about that. It is amazing.
Oh my gosh, I love that, Michelle. And one of the things that I love about everybody coming on and sharing their experiences is sometimes you might hear something and you think back and think, oh my goodness, that has also happened for me. Because I always share that collagen is the gift that keeps on giving. And we have busy lives. So sometimes we don't stop to think about the differences. So I have now been taking the collagen for over a year, almost a year and a half now. And I started it for vanity reasons. I had turned 40. I was looking for more youthful skin. But the thing that got me really interested in this collagen in particular was my plantar fasciitis. So if anyone has ever had plantar fasciitis out there before, I had it for 8 years and it would not go away. I literally was on Amazon searching for any sort of gizmo or gadget that would make it go away. I bought toe stretchers. I bought special creams. I bought like a mat. It looked like I had like a home rehab center. I had one of those foot massagers that literally would like shake my whole house, and I did it twice a week. Like, when I say I tried everything, I tried everything. I went to massage therapy at least twice a month. I went to chiro. And since being on the Glow Collagen, I have not had any plantar fasciitis. None. And I can now wear cowboy boots, high heels. I can go up hills, all these different things. And sometimes I take it for granted because it's been a year and a half now. And I think, oh my goodness, that is not there for me anymore. The secondary thing that happened was I know that Grace was talking about postpartum hair loss. I turned 40 and everything sort of felt like it was falling apart, including I was experiencing really thin hair. I didn't want to use any hair tools because it was so fragile. I couldn't grow it past my shoulders. You guys, I can't even like fit all my hair on the screen anymore. It's so beautiful. And I got to the point where I started actually buying some hair pieces to make my hair more full. So as I was cleaning out the cupboard a little while ago, I found this. And this used to be one of those hair pieces that I would use to fill out my hair because it was so thin. So some of the things you start noticing at different times. So for me, my hair was around the 3-4 month mark. So I encourage everyone, if you are starting our liquid collagen, to take pictures of everything, of your veins, of your skin, of your hair, because once you can see those differences, it can really make a difference for you. It also is connective tissue. And so anybody healing from anything, I had a breast reduction surgery. I think I'm coming up on 4 years, and I had a lot of scarring. But the thing that was most noticeable for me was I actually lost feeling in my surgical area. So I had no feeling in my chest anymore, which I was okay with. However, when you are on a surfboard in Mexico and you don't realize your bathing suit top has come off because you don't have feeling, it comes a little problematic. So about 4 months into the Glow Collagen, I actually started having feeling again in my surgical area, which at first was very surprising. But that just for me was another layer of what the Glow Collagen was doing for my body. So those are just my things that have happened for me for Glow Collagen. And the secondary product for me is our Optimize. I take this every night. It has me have the best sleeps. This is a proteolytic enzyme, and it also can really help with inflammation in the body. If you're recovering from any kind of surgeries or healing, this one is really good. I love that we just have all these amazing products. And I know we're focusing on the Glow today. So next I'm going to move on to Jill. And Jill, you have so many amazing things for you and your husband with Glow. Do you want to share a little bit more?
Sure. So I too, of course, came for the Glow for vain reasons because my hair was falling out. I had lost a bunch of weight, and every time I had a shower, it was handfuls. and I am a Leo, and I am far too vain for that. And I had tried every collagen out there. I had the powder one in my coffee for a year. It tasted great, did shit. I did a marine collagen for a while, and it helped with my complexion, but my hair was still falling out. So when I started with the Glow, within 2 weeks, my hair stopped falling out completely. Like I could legit count the hairs. Like I was like down to like 3 hairs, and I have quite a bit of hair. What also happened is I always get my nails done. These are my real nails now, and I never break them in between going to see my nail girl. And like she's in Korea right now. It's 6 weeks. Not one has broken. This is 100% the collagen. But the reason I also decided to like join up with Trinot is because my husband works a very physical job. He works in a warehouse, and during the summer he ends up working like 12-hour days, and he's not getting any younger either. We're the same age, but you know, he's 43 and I'm 29. And every day that he would come through the door, like he was like just dragging his feet. He was dragging, and it got to the point where his sciatica started acting up, and it would lay him out for at least a week. And his feet, I'm sorry, guys, but men feet are so gross. But like he works hard and he wears steel-toed shoes, and like the corns, like he couldn't even walk in our house without having slippers on. And so he started taking it. And within 2 weeks, he wasn't having the same back pain. Like he was walking in the door. He wasn't dragging his butt in the door. And he wasn't needing his, like within a month, I saw him like walking around the house without slippers on. I'm like, what are you doing? And his corns are gone. And it is the first thing in my 20 years with this guy that I have given him and told him to take. And I do not need to remind him any day to take it, because he takes it every single day when he wakes up before he goes to work, because he knows that if he's going to kill skids tonight, that he is going to be able to make it home without limping. But what is funny is you're saying, as we're listening to other people's stories, I had insane dandruff for years because I have dyed my hair every color under the sun, except for its natural color, which it now is. And I've realized that the reason I'm okay having dark hair now is I don't have dandruff anymore. Like I didn't even like, it didn't even clue into me that that was a thing. And I actually learned something else during our little shortage and when we ran out of collagen, is that I worked also a very physical job for 22 years, and I retired a few years ago. And so I didn't really realize that, you know, my body had changed because I wasn't doing the physical work anymore. But I had 2 knee surgeries when I was 26 and 27, and like it's bone on bone. And they always told me that knee replacement surgery was next, and you could hear me go up and down stairs as early as my late 20s. I don't click and pop anymore. And the big thing that I noticed I was probably out of collagen for about a month, is that I worked in an LCBO. So I was a wine consultant. So I put bottles on shelves, like millions of bottles on shelves for years. And my hands, I forgot, I used to wear hand braces at work. I used to have to wear knee, elbow braces at work, like crazy thumb devices. And the pain started to come back in my hand. And as soon as I got my collagen back, I double dosed for 3 days. And I am like a regular working person again. So like I tell everybody that collagen is the gateway supplement, because like once you start it, you have to try some other things. So if I were to say my one other favorite product, which is really, really hard because I use a lot of them daily, I would probably say it's our nootropics. I cannot function in the morning without a mojo. Like I was a coffee junkie, a snobby coffee junkie. And I don't want it anymore. I want a mojo or I want nothing. And then in the afternoon, when I go to the gym and I go on to conquer my day and do everything else, I need to have a zest. I need to have a zest or I won't do it. If I don't have a zest, I'm not going to accomplish anything. I'm just going to sit home and feel sorry for myself. But it makes me so productive. Like I remember telling Benny the first time I had zest, I went to the gym for 2.5 hours that day. I came home, I tossed my whole house, I moved rooms, and I sent her a message after 8 hours of being super productive. And I was like, what the is in this stuff? Because I love it and I never want to be out of it. And to tell you the truth, I have never run out of zest.
Oh my gosh, I love that. And I love too that, you know, we talked about all ages using it, men use it, women use it, so many different benefits.
My parents use it. Both of my 70-year-old parents use it every single day because they walk for their health, and it's allowing them not to slow down.
My mom also uses the collagen. She is traveling. My parents travel a lot, and she used it and then went traveling and then called me from Arizona and said, "Can you send me more of that stuff?" They went on a bike trip to France, and my mom, they had panniers. That's all they had to carry their stuff. Guess what was in one of my mom's panniers? A bottle of collagen. So it is amazing. I will also never run out of my collagen. Next up, we have Susan.
Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties here. I'm trying to unmute myself. I also came for the glow. I have a little bit more unique experience for sure. When I was in my 20s, I'm 48 now, I had a very bad ankle break from a rock climbing accident, and the orthopedic surgeon that I had and followed me afterwards, unfortunately, arthritis set in early on for my age, and he suggested me be on some form of collagen, which was bone broth at the time, because collagen wasn't well known back then, and the benefits, people knew a little bit, but it wasn't the same as what it is now. I have tried, I can honestly say I've tried every type of collagen on the market. I have tried the powder, I've tried the liquids, I've tried it all. And when Charlotte came to my house and talked to me about glow, and my eyes just widened and widened, because I'm like, my hair is falling out. I'm perimenopausal. It's getting worse. My hairdresser, I love her to death. She has tried to give me everything and anything to try to combat the whole hair loss. I had no eyebrows. I would not leave the house until I drew eyebrows on. I didn't care what anything else was done. I was not leaving the house with no eyebrows. So I would have to draw on my eyebrows before I would even leave the house. Didn't matter what was going on. And so anyways, I had a big bald spot on my head. My hair was thinning. I had no eyebrows. I had no nails. And then I started Glow, and on the 10th will be 1 year anniversary of taking Glow. And I have nothing but great things to say about it. My bald spot is gone on the top of my head. My hair is getting thicker. It's getting longer. I have nails. I can actually paint my nails now. I didn't bother to paint my nails before because I would paint the skin. Like there'd be no nails. I love everything about it. I have eyebrows now. With my ankle, I definitely have less pain in my ankle. I'm a larger woman. I have spider veins that are very prominent. And when Charlotte told me to take pictures of everything, I took pictures of everything. And it wasn't until a few months down the road, I could tell my spider veins were vanishing. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like I love everything about it. I take it at night. I'm an insomniac. I struggle with sleep, and I take it at night because it helps me with my sleep. I just love it. I went to Cuba last year. I was afraid to take it. It was a week of agony. And I came back and I started collagen loading because I just was in so much agony without it for a week. So I came for the glow. I am called the Mojo Mama, but Jill did a great job explaining Mojo. So I'll talk about my other favorite. My other favorite that doesn't get a whole lot of talk about is Renew. I started that. Is the vitamin E formula. Cancer is very prominent in my family. I lost my mother and my brother within 2 years of each other of cancer. And that is something that I have decided to focus on, is how to those protective factors for myself. So I started Renew, again, perimenopausal. I'm being catapulted into menopause, and I'm hoping the Renew is going to help with that. And already my boyfriend doesn't live near here, but he even says over the phone he's noticed a difference in my mood that time of the month. I'm less, that word. I'm more tolerable, I guess, now than what I was before I started Renew. So I love these products, and I love that there's no synthetics, there's no fillers, and the absorption rate just it's fantastic. Love it.
Oh my gosh, amazing. I love it. Okay, next we're going to go to Carrie and Chris, and you're not on the same screen. So we're going to play a game of who can unmute the quickest.
Okay, I'm gonna go first. Okay, because I came to turn on first. We'll do it that way. Okay, so Glow has literally probably saved my life. So for the past couple of years, I have been struggling with debilitating back pain. So much so that I have had to take like extended periods of time off work in the last 2 years. And so when I saw Susan talking about this on Facebook, I was like, I wonder if that would help. Because I have tried so many different types of pain medications. I've tried chiro, I've tried physio, massage, all of the things to try to help with my back pain. So I started taking Glow. And so we were at a point where, like, in the morning, I would have to get up and I would need help putting on my socks and my shoes and my pants because I couldn't do it on my own, because I literally couldn't bend over to do it first thing in the morning, because as soon as I stood up, the pain would just radiate down my legs and I literally couldn't move. I have spent so many nights walking the house or like rocking back and forth against the island in the kitchen because I literally wasn't sleeping because I was always in so much pain. But now I take the Glow, and this has helped with my sleep. This has helped with my pain. I have recently come off of all my pain medications for my back. Like, this has been a huge game changer for me. Like, it just makes me emotional, like huge game changer. So, and then when we were talking about the other things, like Chris mentioned her skin, like for the past couple winters, I would have crazy itchy skin and I would wake up in the middle of the night and I'd be scratching and putting on numerous creams and trying everything. I haven't had a problem this year at all. Not even once. It is amazing. And then the hair loss. I have hypothyroidism. I lose hair every time I wash my hair. I would have fistfuls coming out. Now, like hardly even any. Like super amazing. And the next product, sort of along Benny's lines, is the Optimize as well. I take this 2 at night, 1 in the morning. Helps so much inflammation. I used to take so much ibuprofen and Tylenol. Totally not good for your liver and kidneys. This is much healthier alternative. I don't reach for Tylenol or ibuprofen anymore. I take this. When I have headaches, any other types of pain, this is what I use. I am so thankful for these products.
So awesome, Carrie. We're going to pass it now over to Chris.
Yeah, so I am a latecomer to the whole Glow thing, but I came over to it because of the near miraculous recovery I saw with my wife. Like, no word of a lie, she was there on all fours in pain, was not sleeping all night. She played so many games of Wordle and, you know, other stuff on her phone. She's it's unbelievable just how much pain she was in for so long. And so she brought the Glow in. She was the first one to turn on. And I thought, okay, happy for you to try anything. And it was not even a month, 2 months, and she was completely different. So I thought, wow, okay, so if it can fix that, maybe it can fix me, because I'm a guy. I can't talk with the long, lustrous hair, but guys do stupid things. And I've done a lot of terrible stuff. And Jill, oh my gosh, another person whose knees creaked in their 20s. I do too. It's a condition where the back of the knees, the tissues back there start to erode. Yes, I have that too. But I've fallen off of ladders. I'm currently recovering from a blown out knee and 2 sprained ankles from ball hockey. And so if I saw what Glow did there, she encouraged me to start taking it. And I'm glad I did, because my joints and my sprained ankles and my knees, they feel better now than they did in my 30s, because they ached for a long time. I've sprained myself multiple times doing multiple stupid things. And it's amazing. Like, no pain. My knees don't creak anymore when I go up the stairs. I sleep well. My back feels better. It's just been really kind of a crazy change with Glow and the collagen. I never knew that we lost collagen, like, starting at age 20. Like, you know, you hit 20, it's all downhill after that. I thought it was 40. No way. But taking this collagen, and especially the type 1 collagen, it really goes to work straight away. And what's great like I hear all these stories and it seems to work really well for everyone in different ways with their skin, with their hair. Plantar fasciitis is no joke. I've had it too, and I wish I had glow back then. My gosh. But to wake up without pain, and I tell you, we had a huge dumping of snow here in Nova Scotia. We had, okay, maybe 2.5 feet doesn't sound like a huge dumping, but if you live in BC or if you live down in the States, yeah, it's a lot. And it's in the Maritimes and the East Coast here, it's heavy and wet snow. And in the space of 4 days, I had snowblowed and shoveled 7 times in the space of 4 days. And I was lounging around the house, like, just, sitting around, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm not dying of agony here because I did the math. I literally moved about 4.5 imperial tons of snow. And I'm like, this used to set me back. I would wake up in the morning stiff as a board. And holy cow, I feel good after all that shoveling. Unheard of. So that's where I came to Glow. I absolutely love it. Whenever I can get extra bottles, we've got a cache here because I know I don't want to run out either. It's that important to me. The other thing as well, I'm going to carry on with what Carrie said as well. Optimize is one of my favorites as well. I push this really hard, especially to men who do stupid things as part of my recovery stack. So you've got the collagen to repair the tissues. You've got the proteolytic enzymes in Optimize to help with repair. You've got the curcumin extract in there as well to help push the inflammation down. It's a really, really great combination to just help with those aches and pains you get as you get older. But it's, I'm going into my 50s pretty soon, feeling better than I did in my 30s. And I think that says it better than anything else could.
Absolutely. And I love that, when you're hearing other people's testimonies and shares, it resonates. And that is how I feel. So thank you, Chris. I feel better now in my 40s than I did in my 30s, and body wise and so many different things. Awesome, everybody. Okay. Before we have our last person share, I just want to do a little vote in the comments. We have 2 flavors right now, strawberry banana and pina colada. I want you to throw in the comments if you currently take Glow, which is your favorite flavor. And we're gonna have Shar come on and share next. And one of the amazing things is so many people on this call, Charlotte shared with and are now, when you hear all the amazing things that they're happening, it just makes me feel so grateful that you shared with everyone, Shar.
I actually was thinking that earlier. Like, I get goosebumps. So I've been just like, I started kind of wanting to start this call just by taking a bit of notes for myself about what collagen might help for someone else. And literally, I'm running out of space. It's just writing down all the different things. So I came to Trinont. Absolutely, collagen was the first thing I had my eye on. I have a lot of overall generalized just joint pain and have since I was like late teenager, early 20s. I've always said I somehow got stuck with an old lady sore body when I was way too young for it. Okay. So I was just looking for like overall longevity, and I've watched my grandmother and my father, and then as years went on, more aunts and uncles, all from the same side of the family, have this same sore body, and really it affects quality of life. And I knew that all of those people have like vibrant personalities whose body don't necessarily match what you're able to do and how you can live your life. So that was my starting point. So I think for me, there was a why. There was a very clear, why do I want to take this product and invest in myself? What I didn't peg was the specific things that were going to happen. And I coming in also all in. Like, this was like, I was like, okay, this is my job now. And I am all in. That's how truly I believed and had been following the stories of other people. But with that, I came in like a little bit skeptical too, because I'm someone who cannot talk about it unless it's really truly something I believe in, right? So I didn't want to start like shouting it from the rooftops, and if I wasn't feeling, amazing on day 3, because there's these crazy testimonials of people. Some people are like going from not walking to walking in like a week or 10 days or like, there's just, everyone's so different. But for me, it actually did take like 2 months before I started seeing real changes. And by 3 months, I was like, I can definitively promise that when I say this, I've seen the results. But after only 6 weeks, I have a scar on my chest that went from very prominent and had been there for, a couple years. And I wasn't planning for it to go anywhere for the rest of my life, to being hardly visible. So that in 6 weeks was something I hadn't even had on my list. By 3 months, I was feeling amazing. But the things that I'm just going to mention and breeze through. Okay, I'm on screen here. I'm going to show you what I can do. And you guys are going to be so impressed. Watch this. I can just stand right up and it doesn't hurt. I can stand up and I can walk right away. I want you to think of anyone you know in your life that stands up and does that bent over like 3 or 4 steps before they're walking vertical. Yeah, that's been me forever. And I'm a weirdo. I always like sitting in like funky positions. I can sit with my knees up. I can sit however I want now. I can even kick my whole computer stand over. This stuff, literally, my legs would get stuck in position. It was bonkers. And now I'm able to get down and play with my kids more. I have more ability to do the life I want to live. I had a whole patch here in my eyebrow that my eyebrows are pretty lush. I gotta say, I'm okay with them, but I had this brown powder and every time I left the house, I would fill the hole. And I don't do that anymore. And a few months in, I realized I hadn't filled the patch in my eyebrow anymore. My scar disappeared. I can stand up. Plantar fasciitis. I didn't have an opportunity for the glow to heal my plantar fasciitis, but I get it every year, twice a year. So I just happened to not get it again ever since being on the collagen. And if you've had plantar fasciitis, you know that it is the worst thing. Like it affects your ability to stand up, your ability, what shoes you're wearing, how far you can walk, what you can do. And I usually get it in the winter and the summer because those are the times of years I find it hardest to consistently wear my orthotics. And I always get it and I have not gotten it. And so I'm now in my second winter and one full summer of like tromping through, beaches or snow and not being crippled with pain because it hasn't been able to return. My overall inflammation, I'm going to talk about my hands. I didn't even have my hands on the list of possible things. Like everything in my body hurts a lot all the time, but I kind of just had my hands wrote off because they've been so sore for so long since I had my first baby. I can hardly use my phone by the end of the night, even for scrolling or for like holding it and watching a show, anything like that. I had to switch. I literally had to buy myself like a really good, really expensive laptop because it was light enough to carry around the house instead of a phone. And now I don't have hand pain. Like it is gone. I do not have pain in my hands. Although, yes, I did post the other day, okay, on like the 7th round of shoveling, my hands finally hurt a little bit. If this was last winter, I would not have been able to do that. Like I just would have been coming in the house and like having a hot bath every time to just recover. That inflammation being gone is done more for me in my quality of life than any of the rest. And I just think all of these things combined are amazing because so many of those little things I didn't even have on my list. I just wanted like a generalized better feeling in my body. And so I just wanted to share that. And then also for me, it was, hey, I want to sign up and I want to share this because I don't know whose life is going to change. Even if it's not life-changing for me, it might be for someone else. Okay, turns out it is life-changing for me. And I love that you said that so many people on this call are connected to me and in my circle and in my heart. And I love that so much. Because I thought, if it helps one aunt, if it helps my mom is an extremely vibrant woman. She is like exactly who I want to be when I'm her age in my 60s. And last summer, we were on a walk and we had only gone about half a kilometer, maybe almost 1 kilometer, I think actually. And we were going super slow. And she asked me if we could turn around. And I never said anything to her, but I like died inside a little that day because I was like, nope, my mom is active. We go for 6, 5, 7 kilometer walks and we go fast. And that was a really scary moment for me. And then she started collagen about 6 months later after that, when I brought it into our lives and our family. And the following summer, so, she started in January, by that golf season, so a few months later, she ended up walking not even using a cart, over 25 rounds of golf, and we're back to our normal paced distance walking. And so quality of life is irreplaceable. It's just, it has changed my body, but it also changed my family, and of course, all the people here on this call. So I just want to say, if you're considering a collagen, absolutely. It's so much more than what you think it might end up being for you, or for someone you love. And I think that's the beautiful part about being an associate. Yeah, there's benefits, there's perks, there's business stuff we can talk about. But if you keep in the forefront, hey, I might get to help one person if I'm willing to just tell someone what I'm doing and why I feel so great, or why I look so great, right? People are talking about their hair, their nails, their makeup they don't have to wear anymore. My step brother's fiance, whatever that makes her. I call her my sister. She said she had never left the house without face makeup on before. Just that coverage, foundation, and it was Glow. She started using Glow, and she was willing to leave the house for the first time ever not wearing foundation at 37 years old. So sorry, but it's life-changing stuff.
I love it. And I think that's what we've all been talking about tonight, is that quality of life. So although we can't necessarily show you, what feet pain looks like, I do have some before and after photos, which I'm going to pull up. So once again, when you start taking your collagen, take pictures of everything. Let me just pull it.
Yeah. While she's looking for the slide, you guys, my friend started collagen. She came over to my kitchen. She pulled her pants down and she made me take pictures of her in her underwear, taking pictures of her cellulite, getting it from all different angles. So seriously, take pictures of everything.
All the things. So once again, just a little recap on what is in our collagen. There's actually 10 grams of collagen per serving. So that's one of the things when you're doing label comparison to check out. And that is 11 grams of collagen peptides, and it's non-GMO bovine collagen. When our friend Jen Laurie, who is a holistic nutritionist, did a comparison with most other store-bought name brands, ours is about 10 times more powerful, potent, and that is why we're seeing such a big difference. Clinical doses of biotin and hyaluronic acid, and that antioxidant formula. Now, one of the things that I've experienced this year is I haven't been sick, and I used to get every single bug that Maverick used to come home with from school. Okay, here are some before and afters. This is me on the right, you guys. One of my favorite tank tops, Mamacita Needs a Margarita. I went to go put it on for Cinco de Mayo last year, and the words were covered. And I was like, what? My hair is growing crazy. This is our good friend, Jen Laurie, a holistic nutritionist. You can just see the difference in her face. It's called Glow for a reason. You start to glow. This is our friend Candace, who had rosacea. It's really helped with that, as well as menopause. So any women in the house in that phase of life. This is on the left, Stephanie, who was supposed to be on our call tonight. And this is her hands, but we had other people share about their hands and their dryness. Susan, give a little wave. This is Susan's head. So thank you for everyone who was brave and shared their before and afters. So you can see the difference in her hair in those pictures. This is Chris on the left, and you can see the difference in her hair. And on the right, this is Grace. So she was talking about that postpartum hair loss. This on the left is Shar. And then this on the right is our friend, Lori Allen, who did something called collagen loading for a month and took pictures of her cellulite. So when we say take pictures of everything, we mean everything. All right, let's see. This is our friend Leslie, who was supposed to be on tonight, but had some stuff come up with her kids. She called me after 1 month. This is just one of my friends that I was like, you got to try this stuff. It's amazing. And her varicose veins went subdermal, and she called me in tears. She was just so happy and was feeling so good after 1 month on collagen. All right, so that is all we have for our collagen testimonies and shares for tonight. I want to thank everyone for sharing, because that is really what we are here and what it's all about is if we can make a difference for one person. So I would love to hear from everyone who's on the call tonight. Was there one person that you heard of that you thought of in your life? Maybe it's a friend, a family member. This is one of my favorite things about being part of these calls is now I'm thinking of, somebody who has back pain that might be able to help, somebody who's postpartum that this might help, somebody who is suffering from knee pain or hands. So when we can help other people, it can make a huge difference. So please reach out to whoever invited you tonight. We record all our calls, so I will give you guys the link to send to anybody that you need. We also have a special promotion going on right now, so make sure you ask the person who invited you about that. I took advantage of it today. And once again, there are two different ways that you can get a hold of our products. You can be a customer or an associate. And I know Shar and I are both really passionate about being associates because you can build a business and additional revenue streams, which you guys, today I went downtown and parking is $3 an hour now. That is some crazy inflation. So when we can build residual income as well as share with other people, that can also be an amazing impact out in the world. So thank you for coming tonight. Thank you everyone for sharing, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.